Hey YouTube family, thank you so much for joining me here at Jessica and Pilates. Today's full body mat Pilates workout requires no equipment, just you and your mat, and then maybe grab a chair close by for balance if needed. Hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified every time I post a new video. Let's go ahead and get moving. For joining. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with your feet nice and wide and parallel, all 10 toes facing straight ahead. And we're just going to squat down and come back up. Squat down and come back up. Focusing on that breath, big exhale, press the arms back. Feel like you're pressing through your heels and your glutes to lift yourself back up. Good. And take your time as you're moving, staying within your range of motion as your body wakes up today, wakes up to movement. Good, and we're gonna layer onto this one, so as you stand up tall, let's come up onto your toes, lifting your heels up, bring your heels down and squat back down. So lift up and back down, lift up and back down. Good, focus on the breath, pressing a little bit more into that ball of the big toe, ball of the pinky toe, or ball of the big toe, ball of the second toe. Good, breathing into it. Let's do 5 more, and 4, 3, 2, and hold it up, hold it up. See if you can keep those heels lifted, and let's pulse those arms back, moving from your shoulder. Find the length in your arm as you're pumping, doing that standing 100, and if you can, keep those heels lifted for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and then go ahead and lower those heels down. Bring yourself into kind of a wide parallel stance, all 10 toes facing straight ahead. Arms up to a T. We're gonna lunge down as we reach towards our pinky toe, come back up, and other side. So rotate, twist to the torso, reach down towards your foot and back up. Reach down, twist, rotate, and back up. Focus on the breath. Feel that rotation of your spine. And think about sitting back into your butt cheek as you sit back, as you rotate, as you twist. Exhale and inhale. Relaxing the shoulders. Allowing yourself to be present within the movement. Good. Deepening into that breath. 1 more time each side. And then we're just going to stay just to one side for 5. So we're just going to rotate one side for 5. And 4, 3, 2, 1 more on this side. And then other side. Rotate, twist, reach, and back up. Twisting through the torso. Reaching down towards that pinky toe. And of course, you don't have to touch the floor if you can't. And 2 more. And 1. And then come back up. So once we're upright, we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna turn and pivot sideways. So now I'm more into a lunge stance. So my back heel is lifted, my legs are parallel, about sit bone distance apart. We're gonna tap it down and back up. Tap down and back up. Deep exhale and inhale. Think about your booty helping to lift you back up. Feel that stretch through your front quad and hip flexor. Let's do 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Come back up, pivot to center, and then twist to the other side. So still parallel with those feet. Let's lunge down and back up. Lunge down and back up. Feeling that power through your glute on your front leg. Feel that stretch, that opening of your opposite hip. Deepening into that breath. Good. 3 more. And 2. 1 more. And then coming back up, rotate back through center. So I'm just going to narrow my stance, still a little bit wider than my hips, and take my hands behind my head, relax my shoulders. So I'm going to squat down. As I come up, I'm going to bring one leg up, twist and rotate toward it. Coming back down and switch. Rotate, down and back up. Good, twisting through that torso like we're doing a standing crisscross variation for our mat Pilates ab work. See if you can focus on keeping those hips aiming straight ahead and moving more through the torso as you twist. Exhale and inhale. Good. And think about your feet, feeling both feet flat on that mat before you squat down. Good. And just getting our bodies nice and heated this morning. one more time to each side. Good, squat down, rotate. One more, and then coming back through center. Good, so once you've made it there, let's stand at the edge of your mat, facing towards your mat, and we're gonna nod the chin to the chest, roll yourself down, walk yourself out to your plank, shoulders at the ears, sink your heels back, and then moving through our shoulder or hip, we're gonna pike up to down dog, hollow out through the abdomen, round yourself forward, come back into your plank. Remember, come down to your knees if you need to, pike it up, and plank, pike it up, and plank, pike it up, and plank. Let's do 2 more, and 1. Good. So as you come back into your plank, remember, feel free to be on those knees. You're gonna take a knee to your elbow. We're gonna pike it up, reach it back, come back into our plank, knee to elbow. Good. Reach and come in. Focusing on that breath. Work to lengthen that leg back behind you. Just 2 more on this side. Good. And 1 more. And then come back to your plank. Set that foot down. Other side. Knee to elbow. Pike it up, reach it back, and come back out. Remember, feel free just to hold that kneeling plank if that's where you are today. 3 more. And 2. Good. 1 more. And then go ahead and come back to that knee to elbow. Reach the foot back. Drop onto those knees and bring your body to upright. Good. We should be warm at this point. So from here, we're going to hinge at our hips. So feel free to fold the mat in half if you need more cushion for your knee. But I'm going to reach my butt back, come back up and press back. Reach my arms forward. So I'm just hinging at my hips, going as low as you can for your body. But think about keeping your torso mostly upright, moving from those hips. Good. And you're not going so low that you get to rest and sit down here, right? So just that hover and back up. Use the butt to pull those hips forward, focusing on that breath. We're gonna do 3 more before we hold it low. Good. 2. And then on this next one, let's go ahead and hold it low. And little pulses halfway up and halfway down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then all the way back up. Should have felt those quads a burden. Good. So we're gonna come into our side position here on your forearm. You could do this with a straight arm if you like. So my knees are glued together. And I'm gonna try and scoot my knees back a little bit so they're lined up with my body. Top hand can be on your hip or on the mat for support. And we're gonna lift it up and back down. Lift and lower. So feel free to drop all the way to the mat or just stop in a hover and back up. Hover down and back up. So you're never really completely resting on the mat. Good. Exhale and inhale. Lifting out of that armpit, focusing on the breath. Shoulder out of the ear. It's really easy in this position for that shoulder to still creep up to the earlobe. So feel it drawing down towards your back. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and then hold it up, hold it up. Take that top hand, reach it up if you can. Let's thread a needle, reach it under and back up. Think about lifting from that bottom hip. So feel that bottom hip lift just a little bit higher throughout the movement. Good. Feel that lift out of your bottom armpit. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Bring the arm back up and then slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat. So you can always lay with your arm completely flat as well. Remember, line yourself up at the back edge of your mat and then bring your feet slightly forward. That's gonna be a little nicer. Draw this top hip out of the ribs and we're just gonna lift and lower that top leg. I'm flexing my foot so my toe pulls towards my knee. Good. You can always make this more challenging by bringing both hands behind the head. That's just gonna challenge your stability. Keep the ribs in so they're lined up with the pelvis. You're not letting the chest pop forward. Deepen into that breath. Focus on that length in your torso, top hip away from the ribs. That way you have a small little space on your bottom side, which might mean you can't lift your legs so high, but that's okay. And 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and then hold that leg down to about the height of your pelvis. We're gonna sweep it forward, lift it up, circle it back behind you, sweep it straight forward, lift it up, circle back behind you. Good. So a large leg circle, but of course make this smaller if you're having trouble with the pelvic stability. So if your hips are rocking around, maybe make that circle smaller. Good. 3 more. And breathe. Find a length in the leg, like the leg is being pulled away from you as you circle around. 1 more. Good. So line that leg up with your bottom one and reverse. Sweep it back, lift it up, and circle around. Sweep it back, lift it up, and circle around. Good. Still same thing, we're still working on that pelvic stability. Focusing on the breath. Finding that control and that length within the movement. Beautiful. And 3 more. Good. 2. 1 more big circle. And then bring that leg in front of you. You're just gonna bend that knee in front of your body and then flex that bottom foot so the toes point toward your knee. And I'm gonna lift my bottom leg up and back down. Bottom leg lifts and lowers. Lift it up and back down. Exhale and inhale. As that bottom leg lifts, feel like it's being pulled away from your body. Find that length, that energy in your thigh. Deepen in that breath, smile, breathe, staying present within our movement, within our bodies. So we got 5 more. And 4, 3, deepen that breath. 2. On this next one, let's hold that leg lifted, hold it up. Little pulses up, pulse it up, and pulse. Got a little visitor back there. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that leg, hold it up, and little pulses once more for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that leg back down. Whew, good. Happy inner thighs. So moving on over to the other side. We got 2 sides, so don't forget, gotta come back to that side plank. Scoot those knees back so your body's essentially in a straight line from your shoulder to your knee, and your earlobe, of course. So remember, top hand can stay on the floor or come to your hip. Let's lift it up and back down. Lift and lower. Think about engaging that bottom butt cheek to help lift the hips, but also for that lift out of that bottom armpit, like it's a rainbow arch right underneath it. And breathe. And then see if you can just tap the hips down and back up. So instead of resting all the way down, tap down and back up. Tap down and back up. Tap down and back up. Makes it just that much more fun, right? Good. We're smiling, we're breathing, we're enjoying this movement within our bodies. Only 30 minutes. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and let's hold it up, take that top hand to the sky if you can. Let's thread that needle, reach underneath, and then back up, reach underneath, and back up. Don't forget about that bottom hip. Think about keeping it lifted as you're moving. Beautiful. And 5 more. 4, 3, and 2. Beautiful. 1 more. And then bring yourself all the way back down. Get to lay flat on our side again. Line yourself up with the back edge of the mat. Feet come a little bit more forward. Draw that top hip away from the rib. Flex that top foot so the toe pulls toward your knee. Lift it up and back down. Lift and lower. As that leg is lifting, think about it being pulled away from your body. So also find the length within the movement. It's not just about lifting the leg up. You also want to find the length. And find the control. So as that leg is lifting, being mindful not to lift so high to where you lose the stability through your torso. So core is active to help us maintain this position with our bodies. Good, breathing into it. Feeling that top glute fire up. I'm feeling mine. My booty is smiling. I hope your booty is smiling too. And 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold that leg down to the height of the hip. So keeping that foot flexed, I'm going to reach it forward, lift it up, circle it around and back. So sweep it forward, lift up, circle up, around and back. That leg ends up behind my body as it goes back. But of course, make this your range of motion. Go smaller if you need to. Listen to your bodies. Unless it's saying just nap, then start moving with me. Yeah. And breathe. Feel that femur, the leg bones circle within the hips, so it's okay to have a smaller range of motion, or maybe you have a bigger one. Good. 3 more. And 2. Whew. And 1 more time. Good. And then line that leg up with your bottom leg. Let's reverse it. Sweep it back, lift it up, and circle around. Sweep it back, circle up, and around. Good. Lengthen that leg. A little bit different. We do this on the reformer, laying on our back when we have straps on our feet, called feet and straps. It feels amazing. So important to circle that femur within our hip. But this is still super beneficial for our bodies. Let's do 2 more. Good. And 1 more. And then bring that leg back in. Good. We're just gonna bend that knee in front of you. Lengthen that bottom leg. Pull the bottom toes towards your knee. Let's lift that bottom leg up and back down. Lift and lower, lift and lower. So every time that leg lifts, imagine that your heel is pressing away from you. Feel like that leg is being pulled. Focus on the breath. Everything else is staying stable. We're gonna still draw this top hip away from the ribs as much as our body allows. Good. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and let's hold it up, lift a little higher, and little pulses up. They're happy pulses. Make that inner thigh smile. Reach that heel away from you. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, lift a little higher, and tiny pulses up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that leg back down. Whew, yeah, so glad that's over. So roll onto your belly. Good. So on those forearms, my elbow is below my shoulder. Shoulders are the ears. Lift that rib cage up. Lengthen the legs back, still like they're being pulled behind you. So you could stay here or lift out the armpits. Use your back muscles and your armpits to press up into extension and then lower back down. Lift it up and resist it back down. So find the control as you come up and as you lower. And as you lift, be mindful that the shoulders aren't sneaking up to your earlobes, so draw them down. Good. Fleshy earrings are out of style. But feel that activation, lifting out of the armpit and your back to help you lift. My feet are staying connected to the mat. Pubic bone down, core is lifted. And 5 more. 4, 3, use those triceps, the back of the arm. 2, 1 more time, lift and hold that lift. Draw the shoulders down, lift the rib cage up. Your glute and your hamstring is a little active here. We're gonna lower about halfway down and back up. So halfway down, back up. Halfway down and back up. So really focus on the armpits. Focus on the tricep. Feel the back muscles engage. Draw in through the core. Good. Breathing into it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and then lower yourself back down. So once we're here, I'm gonna lift one leg so my thigh comes off the mat. I'm gonna pulse it in for 2, lengthen back out and lower. Other leg lifts, pulse in for 2, lengthen the leg out and lower. So lift and lengthen, pulse it in for 2, lengthen out and then lower. Lift up, lengthen, pulse in for 2, lengthen back out and lower. Check in that you're not leaning heavier to either hip. So still stay centered within the pelvis. Lift out those armpits. Easy to start to forget that. If you need to, open the arms wider, lower your torso down a little bit if that feels nicer on your back. Pulse, pulse, lengthen, and reach. Lift it, pulse, pulse, lengthen, and reach. Good. Deepen into that breath. Fuller inhale, fuller, longer exhale. Good. And let's do 1 more time to each side. On that last one, hold the legs down, press about halfway up, tiny pulses with those arms. Halfway up and halfway down. Halfway up and halfway down. Imagine that you're doing like a chaturanga style push up here. Good. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way back down. Lengthen your arms out to straight. Let's just lift everything up and back down. Everything lifts and lowers. And feel like your hands and your feet are being pulled in opposite directions as you lift. Almost like you're on a stretcher. Good. Use the butt cheeks to help you lift the legs. And 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Lower back down. Press up onto your hands and your knees. Let's come into our all fours position. So lift those ribs up to the height of your pelvis. Round like a Halloween cat, and then extend, open the chest to look out in front of you. Round, looking towards the thighs, and extend, open the chest, lengthen the neck, and breathe into that. Let's do 2 more. Good. And 1 more. Good. Coming back to center. So as we come back to center, lift out the armpits, shoulders away from those ears. Glue the legs together like one. Lift that outside leg up and back down. Up and back down. Good. And as that leg lifts, be mindful that you're not letting your pelvis shift. So try to stay centered in your body. Good. And 3 more. 2. And then hold the leg lifted, kick it back, bend it in. Kick it back, bend it in. Kick back and in. Kick back, bend it in. Scoop with those abs. Lift out the armpits. Focus on the breath. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And then bring that leg back in. And we get to do the other side. So lift out the armpits. Lift and lower that opposite leg. Up and back down. Focus on the breath. Again, find that stability through the pelvis. Lift out the arms. Focus on the breath. And 3 more. 2. And then hold it up. Kick it back. Bend it in. Kick it back. Bend it in. Kick back and in. Focus on the breath. Stay lifted out of those armpits. Lift out of that hip that's on the floor. And 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Bring that leg back in. Flip over, sit on your butt, legs out in front of you, and hands at your sides, legs about the width of your mat, toes pull towards the knee, spine stretch forward, and then articulate up. So again, think about peeling your head, upper back, mid back, lower back off the wall, and then peel your lower back, mid back, upper back onto the wall. So slowly forward and back up. Slowly roll forward and back up. Let's do 2 more. Good. And 1 more. Stacking back to upright. I'm going to just wiggle forward a little bit so I have enough mat space behind me. Hands out in front of me. And then as slow as you can always grab your thighs. Slowly, slow down. Slower. Roll your spine onto the mat. We made it. We're laying down. So exciting. So from here, you're going to bring those legs to tabletop. Remember, imprint that spine. That's going to be nicer on your back. But if you are strong enough to hold neutral, please go ahead and do so. So lift up into your crunch. Look towards your inner thighs. Remember, keep your head down if you need to. Reach your limbs away from each other. And then the arms circle around as I bring my legs back in. So I reach away. And then I circle it back in with a big exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen that crease at your chest line. Lifting a little bit higher into a crunch. But still feel the bottom tips of your shoulder blades on the mat. And reach. And reach. And deep exhale. Every time your hands come back to your shins, use that as an opportunity to just deepen into your flexion, and then see if you can hold it as everything reaches away. Good. And breathe. But of course, on your body, keep the head down if you need to. Focus on the breath. Big inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale for 5. Good. And 4, 3, 2, and on this last one, hold your shins, grab the back of your thighs, rock yourself to upright. Take those hands behind you. So it's gonna be nicer if you start with your knees bent and you can just lift your hips up and back down. Lift and lower. Otherwise, straighten those legs, lift out the armpits, lift your hips up and back down. I'm pressing into my heels and activating into my back muscles, into my glutes. And I'm also focusing on keeping my chest open. So creating space between my shoulders. And I'm just looking at the wall out in front of me, thinking about keeping that neck nice and long. And 5 more. Good. And 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Hold it, lift your hips a little higher, lift a little higher. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring that butt down. Sit yourself to upright. Spine stretch forward, articulate back up. Spine stretch forward, articulate back up. Let's do 2 more. Nice little stretch for the hamstrings, for our back. 1 more. Coming back to upright. And then again, as slow as you can, articulate your spine back down on that mat, letting your head connect. Bend those knees, feet flat on the mat, and let's articulate up into a bridge. And then slowly peel, articulate back down. So moving, initiating from the pelvis, and then from the top, initiate from your sternum as you drop down bone by bone. Just finding that mobilization in our spines. Good, let's do 2 more like this. Take your time as you do so. And then on this last one, let's go ahead and hold that butt down, and we're gonna do your flat back bridge. So lift your butt straight up and back down. Lift it up and back down. My feet are just a little bit wider than my hips as well. Just a little open today. Good. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Breathing into it, focusing on that breath. Strengthening our bodies here. Full body workout. And 3 more. 2, and 1, and then go ahead, lower that butt down. Bring those legs back to tabletop. If you can, lift back up into that crunch, deepen that crease at your chest line, shoulders of the ears. Feel like the back of the armpit and your back muscles help to hold you in this position. Hands behind the head, stretch those legs up, lower the legs, and lift. Slowly lower, exhale, inhale, float back up. Exhale, lower it back down, inhale, back up. Exhale, lower, inhale, back up. Exhale, and inhale. Let's do 5 more. And 4. Good. 3, 2. On this next one, hold the legs down to a 45, bend one leg in, growing into the crisscross rotate, and other side. We're gonna bring opposite rib to opposite hip, opposite rib to opposite hip. Deepening into that breath for 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and just 1 more time to each side. And then go ahead, come through center, lower your head back onto that mat. Flat back bridge for 5. Straight up and down for 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring those hips back down. And we're gonna roll to one side, coming onto your hands and your knees. So coming back into your all fours position, you could stay here. Or just step 1 foot back at a time, sink those heels back, find your plank. Let's pike it up and plank it out. Pike it up and plank it out. Scoop hollow through the core, hollow through the abdomen to help lift your hips up to the sky. Press back through the arms. Still thinking about the shoulders, staying out of the ears. Let's do 5 more. Find the control. Don't move too fast. 3, 2, 1 more. Come into your plank and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then see if you could just come back into your down dog position. Start to walk those feet in a little bit closer. Deepen that stretch. Start to walk your hands back. Grab onto your elbows and just sway side to side. Allow the arms to drop. Bend the knees. Draw into the core. Slowly peel your spine back to upright. Circle those hands back and around. Deepen in that breath. Good. Reach one hand out in front of you and then the other. Reach it forward and reach it forward. One more time to each side. Circle those hands up. Big inhale. Stretch one hand up higher than the other. Go a little taller through your spine. Bring those hands back down. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's workout. We're feeling amazing and hope you are as well. So hit that like button. Don't forget to also toss in some comments below. Let us know how you're feeling and hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified every time I post a new video. We'll see you soon.